What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Uncle Fred, back in the house again. One more again in the house. Again with some content for you. And, this, when you see me looking like this right here, it ain't a good day. And really, I was trying to get on here and do what I need to do to get myself composed. I'm looking all rough. It's been a rough day. When the Cowboys lose, I ain't myself. Okay. Go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into this thing. So, with all the build up, all the hoopla, all the bad blood, all the get back, all the stuff that went on last year, the stuff that was said prior to the game, with all the stuff, getting beat 38-10 last year on a Monday night, and they just kind of outclassing us, and then Kyler Murray saying he didn't follow the Cowboys because they was ass and all that stuff. You would have think that'd have fired us up. But look, man, Cowboys take an L 25-22. Okay. And when you look at the game, and I was looking at the Dallas Cowboys United web feed and on Facebook to see what their thoughts were on this game and whatnot. And I was reading the comments, and it seemed like everybody to a man was wanting to blame it, put this at the feet of Dak Prescott. Oh, it's Dak Prescott. Oh, can we just finally admit it? Dak Prescott is not that guy. Can we just finally admit it? Dak Prescott is not elite. Can we? Our quarterback sucks. Like, dang, that's interesting, because I didn't think he sucked last week. I don't know. The guy goes 28 for 39. Or 28 for 37 for 300 and, I don't know, 29 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. Hit his first 22 of the first 23 passes. He might be okay. But today was a step up in competition. Okay, we playing a team that's going to the playoffs, playing a team that has lost 3 in a row, and a team that's really playing for its playoff life, because they want to still win their division. I don't think they will, but they're playing for that. And usually when you're playing a step up in competition, you know what else it is? It's a step up in coaching staffs. Yeah, I said that. It's a step up in coaching staff. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm glad you asked me that. Because when you're playing some of these teams, the Washingtons, the New Yorks, the New Orleans, and these sorts of teams, the teams we didn't, okay, number one, most of those teams were COVID wrapped, and they were missing a bunch of players, okay? And most of those teams kind of had, things that happened to them, and they were playing, they basically just playing out the string. Okay. Today you're playing a team that's playing for something, playing with a good coaching staff that they scouted you very well, and I'm gonna get into that. And I don't think you scouted them as well as you should have. Okay. And let's go into this. So you look at the stat line, it's pretty much even. Okay. I think they had 399 yards. We had 301. I think they had it like 35 minutes. We had like 26 minutes or some change. Yeah, 72 plays to our 57 plays. They were 7 of 16 on third down. We were 3 of 11. Man, we probably could have been a little better on third down. Okay. But to me, the game came down to how well each team was prepared for the other team. What do I mean by that? Well, you go in the first quarter. I mean, the first quarter we get the ball first. They win the toss, but they elect to defer. So we get the ball first, and we go 7 plays and 22 yards. And drive stalls when we get it just about in the red zone, because we get a holding penalty. And it just seems like every time we got in the red zone, by the time to make a good play, it was a holding call. It was one of the holding calls was Tyron Smith on Chandler Jones. And I'm like, come on, Tyron. You better than that. You're a Hall of Famer, dude. Are you out of position so bad that you had to hold dude? And there was a couple by Dalton Schultz. That sort of thing. You had that going on. Then now the thing is, now when they got the ball the first time, very first play. Now, let's see me. This is what I've been preaching all the time. This is what I preach. I preach that in the NFL, it really ain't that much different in the talent levels of most teams. Okay. Now there's a talent difference between, say, the Cowboys and, say, Jacksonville. There's a talent difference there, or the Cowboys or the Rams or whatever, and the Houston Texans or somebody like that, or the New York Jets. Yeah, there's a talent difference. Okay. But amongst the middle teams to the top, really ain't a whole lot of difference in talent. The difference is in the preparation. That's where the difference lies. How prepared are you for the team you're playing? First play, they run a little jet sweep action to some dude named, I can't even think what this, shoot, give me a second. I'll find his name. Dortch. Right out the gate. Takes the handoff on the jet sweep, goes down the left side right side for 24 yards. I'm like, y'all didn't see that in the scouting report? Because we run that same play. Okay? What did you study in the week leading up to this game? Okay? Because, so those are the type. Then the next play, I think, very next play, I think Clemens goes up the middle for 14 yards. Okay, I'll give you that one. And then fourth play, whatever on the drive, was 3rd and 9. And I'll be daggum if Diggs don't go for the freaking eeky deek. 42 yards, AJ Green down to the 3. Then, of course, we hold them to a field goal, and I'll give you that. But look, let me tell you something. That drive should have stopped around midfield. Okay. Coaching needs to step in like, Trayvon, we know you like to get picks, okay? But every time, you're not going to get a pick. So every time they're giving them these double moves, you can't fall for the banana in the tailpipe every time. Sometimes just play the guy. Let's play the guy, play coverage. You're not getting picks on that play because that takes away from you playing good fundamentals, okay? Fundamentals win in the playoffs. You're not getting that many picks because you're playing better level quarterbacks. You're not getting a bunch of picks. Okay? Play fundamentals. Play the guy. Okay? If he stops, you keep going. You stay there. So I'm gonna get behind him, and that way, if he stops there, I'll just come up and make the tackle. Maybe if I come up quick enough, I can separate him from the football. But you should have done got burnt enough on them double moves, dude, that you not ought to understand that they do that to you now. Okay? Coaching. I mean, come on, Mike, Dan Quinn. Get into it. Like, dude, we can't, because that's what's going to happen in the playoffs. They're going to geek you like that, and we're going to give up a bomb, and that's going to be the difference in the ball game. Okay? So these are the type of things. Okay? Now, if you watch the game, in the second time we had the ball, there was a play on, I think, the third play, I think, was the second and 10. Dak was attempting to throw a little tunnel screen to CeeDee Lamb. I think it was like at the 7:30 mark of the first quarter, their second possession. Buda Baker dang near picked that off for a touch because he's understood, because the announcer was saying he's been studying that all week. He knows that formation, this is what they run. And he almost, if he'd have got his hands on it, that would have been a pick six. Those are the types of things you do when you prepare for the team you're playing. You anticipate what they're going to do. Too many times I've seen our defense reactionary, like we ain't seen the playbook, like we ain't, we didn't study the game plan. We just gonna bank on we're more talented than the team we playing. And I'm telling you, talent won't get you there. got to be prepared. You've got to prepare. You've got to know what they ate for breakfast. You got to understand how many times they go to the bathroom. And you need to know that. You need to know that. Preparation is everything. Now I know in the Jerry Jones regime, coaching is overrated. Talent wins. Talent wins when what's to say, hard work works, but hard work don't work hard, or something like that. When talent don't work hard, talent don't beat hard work. Okay. All right. So, so they was giving a bunch of things. I mean, how many times is Zach Ertz is gonna beat Anthony Brown on these plays? Like, dude, at some point, cover the guy. How many times he gonna beat you on the same route? And so look, they get a touchdown later on their third possession. It's 10-0. And we get a touchdown before half. And it cost us, because I think it cost us Gallup. And I think he may have an ACL and be out for the season, and that's going to really hurt, because we were just getting back, and that really hurts. But he got that touchdown. And then I thought we played way too soft that minute and a half leading to the half, let them get a field goal. And that's what we lost by. What are you guys doing? You just letting them kick catches and make tackles. At some point, if you are paying attention, if you are studying your game film, if you're studying the game plan and the game film and looking at their tendencies, at some point you got to be anticipatory and anticipate they're going to pick something or get there before the guy gets there and knock balls down. I mean, it looked like to me they were just okay, he's going to go there. I'm just going to make the tackle. At some point, I don't know, beat the guy to the point and and knock the ball down and get an intercept. Then when we get a chance to get an intercept on the drive where they end up getting the touchdown, Curse gets in the way or whatever he does and don't catch the football. And they, so anyhow, second half, I think we had the ball, 3 times in the second half? We only had 9 drives. They get a touchdown on the first drive of the second half, and they go up 20-7. And then we come back and we get a touchdown. Touchdown to, I want to say, it's Amari Cooper, made it 20-14. Okay. 22-14. Then we get a stop. Okay, we get a stop. It's going towards the end of the third quarter. We get a stop. Okay, then we get the ball down on our own goal line, almost like 6-yard line. Dak makes a play to CD Lamb for about 30 yards, gets almost near midfield. Now we're doing something. Now on second and long, he's don't see nobody open. He spins, gets in the open. And Isaiah Simmons, I mean, I read the things, Dak's this, Dak's bad, Dak's garbage, Dak's, whatever. But, dude, give Isaiah Simmons a credit for making a hell of a play. That was a heck of a play. To come in, get stonewalled on the blitz, and then turn around, run Dak Prescott down, and punch the ball out from behind, while he's spinning out of his spin, because he's spinning. He's trying to get the first down. He's not going down something like these other clowns do, go down at 6.5 yards and you need 8. He's trying to get the first down so the drive can keep moving. And the ball gets knocked out. And of course, they get a first down and get in the field goal range. They kick a field goal. Now it's 25-14. Okay. Then the fourth quarter ends and we're driving, and we drive down and we get a touchdown to I think it was Cedric Wilson in the back of the end zone. Beautiful pass, set up perfectly. Touchdown. Now it's 25-22 because you get the 2-point conversion. Okay. And they get the ball back with 4 minutes and like 42 seconds left to go. And I'm like, cool. Even they get a first down, we good. We fine because, we get the ball back. All we need is a field goal. Funny thing is, we never saw the ball again, because they never got off the field. They gave them the ball back, and they knelt on the ball with 1 minute and 55 seconds left. We didn't have no timeout because they burnt timeouts on because they was out of defensive alignment on one play. And after the touchdown, after the first drive of the second half, they had Kyler Murray and the kicker on the field at the same time, and we didn't know what was going on, so we burned the timeout. So late in the game, when they making their game stall and drive, there was a fumble, and we have a timeout to challenge the play with. What are you gonna do with that? Because it was clearly looked like it might have been a fumble. We ain't have a challenge to challenge it with. And of course, they not gonna openly challenge that. They ain't gonna do that. That would be the right. That's too much like right. So they end up getting another first down. And the funny thing is on that drive, Kyler Murray did the things he always do. He did a little misdirection. He runs this. And how many times are our defensive end gonna collapse the pocket from the outside and let him go outside? Everybody that plays him and says the book on him, your defensive end stay at the line of scrimmage. Don't over penetrate because he's gonna try to run wide and you pin him in. But every time, we going inside, and he goes right outside of us, and he gets yards. Like you didn't know he runs with the football. Like he's got elusiveness like that. No, you game plan for that. Watch when the Rams play them, how they play that. And now, if we're supposed to have the defensive line, and we're supposed to all I've been hearing all week, man, we got the best defensive line, best rotation of defensive line. Boy, we got Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence and Terrence Basham and Dorrance Armstrong and Gallimore and what's my man's name? Guyton, 59. We got all these guys. Okay, we fresh. We can bring guys in, take this guy, bring this guy. Okay, we fresh. Okay, we solid. We strong on the D line. So why are you out of position on these plays? Because they ran it right down our throat. That was a couple of throws, but dude, they was gassing us on them. Like, did you not read the scouting report? What you should have been looking at is looking how the Rams play them, because they play them twice a year. He can't do that stuff against them because they have that game plan. And I often tell you, the Cowboys don't read the game plan. They take the Cliff Notes version. Get just the highlights and then act like, oh, I didn't know they was going to do that. If you read the playbook and you was prepared enough, you should know everything they doing. Okay, just like when Buda Baker almost made that pick six, he read that formation perfectly. He read that. He saw that in the game planning. Because Vance Joseph, a great defensive coordinator. He's gonna be getting another head coaching job at some point. He had them guys prepared. And Buda Baker, yeah, that's the best safety in the NFL. Okay, don't let nobody fool you. And he studies his game film. He knows exactly what you're trying to do and what you're trying to do. Because if you notice in the game, we didn't get nothing deep. They put everything in a shell, a 2-deep shell, and kept everything underneath. But every now and then they blitz Buda Baker so he couldn't just sit back there and throw. That was an ingenious game plan. And for the most part, Kellen Moore wasn't prepared for that. Okay? We weren't prepared. At some point, and like I said, I know Dak didn't have his best game. He was 24 for 38 for 226 and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He did miss some throws. He was high on some throws. He was wide on some throws. He was low on some throws. He missed some throws, okay? But he was just as good throwing as Kyler Murray was. Basically, Kyler Murray was here we go. Kyler Murray was 26 of 38 for 263. Dak was 24 for 38. So it's 2 more completions. Basically the same, right? But here's the thing you ought to also be checking. Where we getting all our offensive line back, why we couldn't run the football? Okay, Tyron Smith back. Okay, We got Connor Williams back, Tyler Biadasz, who fault started a couple times, and Holden's here, and we got Zach Martin and Lyle Collins on the other side. Okay, we got all our guys. All our guys is healthy. Why we rush for like 42 yards? $45 yards. Sorry, I shorted it 3 yards. Dak Prescott was our leading rusher with 5 carries for 20 yards. Okay, but it's Dak's fault that we couldn't move the foot. We couldn't move the defensive lineman, or they had us scouted properly. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be soon done, and we're gonna. If we don't start taking preparation more seriously, we're going to be out of the playoffs before we even been there. Okay? Because the rest of the teams that's in the NFL that they're in the playoffs, that's not Arizona, whatever, they got better weapons than the Arizona got. Okay? And, so if we're not going to commit to preparation, not going to commit to details and film watch and learning teams' tendencies and stuff like that, we're going to be a quick out. We're going to be out before we in there. Okay. I'm just telling you, brace yourself for that. Because I tell folks all the time, Jerry Jones does not value coaching. That's why he hires yes men. Just somebody that's tell him, yes, Jerry, you're right. Yeah, yes, Jerry, you're right. You're right. Because he wants to control everything. See, coaches that have like a presence and do what their own thing, not gonna be cool with Jerry doing everything, reporting on things, talking things. They don't want their owners in the cookie jar with them. They want to be able to run their own thing. Okay, set the temperature and the thermostat for the team. They don't want you setting it. They want to set it. Okay. And so you get guys that like, okay, we'll just kind of go through, we do it. Because now I give him credit. Jerry, Will Clay, Steven gives him a good team to work with. We got as much talent as anybody in the NFL. Okay. But when you get to the top levels, coaches that know what they're doing, they can game plan, will beat us every time if we don't start paying attention to that kind of stuff. Okay. Now of course, I will mention that Greg Zuerlein did miss a makeable 43-yard field goal. And we did lose by 3. And their kicker, Matt Prater, didn't miss a single kick. Made a 50-yarder and about 3 other field goals. He made all 3 of his kicks. Okay. And he missed a 43-yarder. Sometimes those are the margins. Like, dude, just a makeable field goal. You're indoors, no wind. Dude, you can't miss that field goal. Okay. Sorry, you can't miss that. It's indoors, no wind. Dude, you can't miss that field goal, bro. Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of blame to go around. I blame the coaching staff for not getting our guys ready to play, not game planning them as well as they should have been game planned for, not understanding, what Kyler Murray, not understanding what Kyler Murray likes to do. Now, I understand he's a tough cover. I know he's a slippery little rat. I get all that. But we got one of the best defensive lines in football. And really, if you watch enough film, this is what he does, and we're going to stop that. And I don't think they ever did. Okay. Now, I will give some guys some credit. I think Anthony Brown played a pretty decent game. He gave up a couple things, but I saw a lot of times when guys would make catches, he would stop guys short of the first time, make some great tackles, knock down some passes and stuff like that. He made some good plays. Diggs did all right, but dude, you can't give up a 42-yard catch, man. That kind of set the stage for everything because that lets them score first, and then we're playing from behind the rest of the game. You got to get on that, man. I understand your aggressiveness, but you got to channel that because that's going to get us knocked out of a game once we give up a big score early and we ain't able to come back. You got to be able to just play defense, okay? Offensively, look, Dak didn't play his best game. I've seen better game. He was a monster last week. Now I understand there's a step up in competition, and I do know there was some throws that he missed, but I do know in the fourth quarter he didn't have a single incompletion. He just needed to get the ball back one more time. He gets the ball back one more time, I think we win that game. Not tired. I think we win that game. But we let them squeeze out the last almost 5 minutes of the clock and never got the ball back. And to me, that's inexcusable because they were missing some players. That means our guys weren't prepared to play. And that's disappointing because you would have thought they would have knew what Kyler Moore liked to eat for breakfast, what his tendencies are when he pats his foot this 3 times this way. This is what he's doing. If he winks his eye, this was that. You're supposed to know that stuff at that level. Because I guarantee you, if you was playing Bill Belichick, or if you was playing Kyle Shanahan or some of these other detail-oriented type coaches, they would know these types of things. He would know if the tackle sits with his shoulder, one shoulder back, they're running the ball on that down. They know that. Okay. They watch film and they study that. That's what the game is about now. It ain't about just running good players out there. Okay. Because everybody got good players. What can you do? It's okay to have chess pieces out there. What are you doing with them? Okay. That's the question. What are you doing with the chess pieces that you got on the field? Okay. And we didn't get the ball back. We had a bunch of penalties. I think 10 penalties for 88 yards. A bunch of holding calls, a lot of holding calls, and it was unnecessary. Guys already passed. Why are you grabbing his shoulder pads? What are you doing? Face masks on stuff that you didn't need to grab the face mask. Just grab him and pull him down. But no, I got to grab him around the helmet. Why? You got all this other stuff you can grab, And but no, we took this one on the chin, and I thought, like I said, I think there's enough blame to go around. Yeah, Dak wasn't as good. He probably like a C- game he played. I thought the defense was probably a C as well, because I thought they didn't get off the field as many times as they should have. What did they go 7 for 16 on third down? That's almost 50%. Okay, not good enough. I thought our offensive line got pushed around. I thought they didn't get any movement. And we're supposed to have all our guys back. If we can't run the ball no better than that, Zeke Elliott was 9 carries for 16 yards. 16, not 60, 1-6. That's never going to get it done. Okay. So defense, you got to get your guys prepared better. It's not enough just to have guys out there. What are they doing? Put them guys in position. Know your game, know your opponent. Okay. Offense, look, just take care of the football. I don't know what you do to the offense. I don't know. Make them run into blocking sleds or something. Make them be a little tougher. Don't get knocked backwards on every play. He could be a little bit better. But luckily enough, we got Philadelphia next week. They won today over the Washington football team 20-16. And we got another chance to right the ship, and then it's on to the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm ranting because I think we didn't play as well as we should have played. I think we weren't as prepared as we should have been prepared to play. And that was the last home game of the regular season. And that's how you do. And so the narrative will continue until you knock it off. Cowboys can't play against good teams. Dak Prescott can't beat good teams. And until you do, you're going to always have that narrative. So I can't defend it when you don't do it. Okay? Because like I said, when you step up in talent, you step up in talent on the sideline as well. The coaching is better. So if the coaching is better, you got to step your coaching game up. Okay? Can't just walk around holding a menu, Mike McCarthy. Get your guys prepared. Well, that's all I got, man. From the desk, Uncle Fred. Cowboys take it on the chin, 25-22. And it was a very disappointing game because I didn't think we gave ourselves a chance to win the game as we should. We weren't as prepared. So don't know what to say, but I know next week we got an opportunity at Philadelphia to do something better. And I hope we're mad and we're prepared for Philly, because if we ain't, and our defensive line is letting Kyler Murray do all that stuff, them guys got about 3 or 4 running backs that can get 50, 75 yards apiece. And they're going to run it down our throat. If we ain't ready for that and act like, oh, my God, they run the football, it's going to be a problem. But that's all I got from the desk of Uncle Fred. Please like, comment, and subscribe and become a part of the Uncle Fred Sports Experience. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Usually in better spirits, but when the Cowboys lose, they lose in the manner that they did today. Yeah, I'm not a happy camper. I'm not a happy camper, and it's not going to be a good night tonight. So, anyway, that's all I got. Y'all be good. Catch y'all on the next week.